Okay, this lesson is on graphing quadratic functions. This is, hold on. This is what a quadratic function looks like. It's got an x squared, it's got an x, and it's got a constant. There's a number in front of the x squared, there's a number in front of the x. The number in front of x squared we call a, the number in front of b squared, in front of x we call b. Here's a couple of examples of what they'll look like. Oops. 3, 2. Okay. In order to graph these quadratics, we need to know what a and b is. So we need to be able to look at this and determine what's the a and what's the b. In this first one, 3 is in front of the a, -6 is in front of the b. This number at the end is my y-intercept. We'll use that number also. Alright, in the second one, the a is -1, the b is 4, and this -1 is the y-intercept. Okay, what a quadratic looks like. Quadratics look like this. They can go up, they can go down. We have to determine whether it goes up or down. Alright, so I'm going to put up here, up or down. Determining the direction it goes is based on a. If a is negative, it's down. If a is positive, it's up. Now a comes from the quadratic equation. A is what's in front of x squared, right? Don't forget that. So, in front of x squared. That will tell me if it goes up or down. Won't that make sense? If it's negative, it goes down. If it's positive, it goes up. Now, while I'm on this page, there is a point right here where it starts curving on the left and on the right, and this point is called its vertex. Through the vertex, there is something we call the line of symmetry. So we need to know what this is. Line of symmetry. Whatever x is equal to, that's what our line of symmetry is. If x was -1, it'd be -1. If it was 6, it'd be 6. Alright. So not only do we have to determine up and down, we have to determine what the vertex is. So here's how we find the vertex. You're going to find x using, I don't know how you spell using, a little formula. Oops. Change that to red. X equals -b over 2a. This is where the b and the a come into play. To find y, plug x into the original function. Just plug it in and simplify everything. Once you get the hang of this, it's pretty easy. You just have to know what a and b is. You got to remember that little formula, and you got to determine if it goes up or down. All right, let's do some problems. In this function, let's pick out the a and the b. A in this one will be +1, So that's what's in front of x squared, and this will be positive 4. Since the a is positive, it's going to go up. So I at least know that much so far. Alright, let's find the x coordinate of the vertex. Alright, so I know that b is 4. So 4 goes here. A is 1, so 1 goes in the bottom. If we simplify this, we'll get negative 2. I'm going to write down here, the x coordinate of my point is negative 2. Now, I said earlier that that's also represents something called a line of symmetry. I'm going to highlight the line of symmetry in pink. Alright, well, I don't like that. Hold on, let's change that. Let's back that up a hair. Alright, let's do this. That's good enough. Line of symmetry. Now, let's go find y. So we're going to take the original function and plug in negative 2. So we're going to get positive 4 minus 8 minus 1, which is going to give me negative 5. That means the y coordinate is negative 5. We're going to go plot this point where x is negative 2 and y is negative 5, and it's going to be right here. Now, also remember I said earlier that this number represents the y-intercept. I'm also going to plot that point. Now, I want you to notice that this point is 2 steps away from the line of symmetry. On the left side, there is another point that's 2 steps away from the line of symmetry. This is what's going to make it symmetric. It's going to have to sketch it a little bit better. So, find the y-intercept and find a point the same distance on the other side of the line. And from there, we're just going to curve it upwards. It's not straight lines, it's curves. Whoops. It's kind of hard to draw a curve. Something like this. So you're finding A and B. You're determining if it goes up or down. You're finding X using this little formula. You're finding Y by plugging it back in. Then you're just going to sketch it out using the vertex. Alright, here's some more. Let's pick out the A and the B. A in this one is negative 1. B is positive 2. Because that's a negative, it's going to go down. Now, I don't know anything else, but at least know it's going to go down. Now, let's go find X using the little formula. So B is positive 2, A is negative 1. When we simplify this, we will get positive 1. So my vertex, the x-coordinate is positive 1. To find y, we're going to plug it in the original. Now, that negative sign is on the outside of that x squared. So whatever I get whenever I square something, it's going to be a negative. So put the 1 in. 1, 1. It's going to give me negative 1 plus 2 minus 2 equals negative 1. So my y coordinate is negative 1. So we're going to plot the point 1, negative 1 right here. This number is the y-intercept. Now, this y-intercept is 1 step away from the vertex, so we're going to go 1 step away on the other side. If it was 6 steps away, we'd go 6 steps on the other side. Now, we're going to curve it down best I can. I'm not good at drawing curves. And that's what it's going to look like, something like that. We'll do another one. In this problem, A is 2, B turns out to be 4, and because that's a positive, it's going to go up. We use this to find find x. So here we have B to be 4, A to be 2. So when we simplify that, we're going to get negative 1. To find y, we're going to plug the negative 1 in everywhere x is. We're going to get positive 2 minus 4 minus 3, which is negative 5. So we're at negative 1, negative 5. Didn't we just do this one? The y-intercept is negative 3. So we're going to plot negative 3. And it's 1 step away, so we're going to go 1 step away over on this side. And I've got my 2 points. I know it goes up, so we're going to just curve it upwards as best we can. Something like that. Let's do another one. In this problem, A turns out to be negative 4. B is positive 8. Because that's a negative number, this one is going to go down. Here's my formula for x. My B is 8. My A is negative 4. So we get negative 8 over 8, which is positive 1. So my vertex will have 1 as the x-coordinate. To find y, we're going to plug 1 in everywhere the x is. Oops. So 1 goes here, 1 goes here. So we get negative 4 plus 8 minus 3. 4 minus 3, which is 1. So my vertex is at the point 1, 1. Right here. The y-intercept is negative 3. So we're going to plot it. And we're going to go 1 step over on the right side for my other point. It's just opposite of that one, the same distance away. Then we're going to curve these down. Now, for some reason, all of these have been very close together, kind of skinny. They're not always this skinny. I don't know what to tell you on that. Walk through the process. Go back through this video several times. Make sure you understand what the A and the B is, what the vertex is. How do you find X? How do you determine if it goes up or down? Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. But you gotta go over, you gotta review it. So just make sure that you're looking over this stuff.